lucky when you squeeze that handle, it can trap on your hand, and then you've got that locked on your hand. It really hurts. This one, you don't even need to see what you're doing. Right? I'm going to put that on the same bar without even. I'll do it again. Right? So you hook it open, pull back. You don't even need to see. When it's on the job, the more I put pressure on the handle of a hawk's beak, the more it locks on. And if you see the other one at the same time, the more I put pressure on, the more that one's slipping. And when it slips, you damage the work, the tool, and yourself. Now, if I take that off there now, right, you've got to fight the damn thing to get it off. Whereas these are on a spring. They go on, they come off, they go on, they come. It's so easy. And now if I put one against each other, there you go. Again, we're showing you that the more you put pressure on the handle of the tool, the more it locks on. Yeah, it just locks on and does not let go. Really strong. And then just twist it to get it off.
Look at that, perfect, isn't it? It really is. Think about all of the jobs that you've got coming up, all the things you need to do. Maybe you've got some garden furniture outside, maybe you need to make some adjustments. Maybe you know someone that's moving house. Maybe they've got a bed, they need to deconstruct it, then rebuild it. And you know what it's like when you don't have the right tools for the job. This could be the perfect gift for someone in your life. It could be the perfect gift for you. Divide that cost of £31.95 into two. We'll split the cost over 2 months for you. Interest-free payments. You are saving £18 on this deal. And as we've said before, Dave, it doesn't come very often to Hochanda, so take advantage of this price whilst you've got the chance to do so. It's a great way to enter the new year, isn't it? Here are some reviews. You can see 5-star reviews after 5-star reviews. The wrenches were for my husband, who works on an agricultural machinery. They are useful sizes and are robust in build. Sometimes he can't take a full toolbox, so hopefully these wrenches will do instead. Well, yes, they did. And you can see the great reviews that we've got on there for you, so don't believe us. Go ahead on the website and have a look at all the 5-star reviews we've got available. Oh, whenever you do this demo, I just have to stand to one side and not look. God, don't try this at home, everyone. Please don't try this at home.
If I dressed up as a Cyberman, would that make it better? That's another story. Anyway, what I've got above my head is a round. There's no flats for me to work with, bar, and it's been polished. Right? That's left-handed, right, on the round bar. Now, obviously, you can use it left or right-handed. This is just showing you I'm not watching what I'm doing. And now that they're locked on there, that's 100 kilos hung off that tool. Instantly they lock, they don't let go. And when you've finished, you don't need a hammer to get it off, you just twist it. Now, if I was to hang myself just off the bigger 10-inch one, that would be impressive. But what I'm going to do now is 100 kilos, 16 stone, put off just the 8-inch. Now, I'm naturally left-handed, so I'm going to put that on with my right hand, right? So that's gone on there with my right hand. And again, when you've got to put the pressure on, that tool can take it. It is strong, it is solid. You don't need a hammer to whack that off. You just give it a twist, and off it comes. Absolutely brilliant.
It's a fabulous demonstration. Again, please don't try it at home, but it shows you just how strong these are. And of course, that was on a rounded bar.
Yeah, so there was no flats for it to lock onto. That was just a round bar. And if you take a look at the tool after doing that, and I've done that many, many times today, because this is the 3rd hour today, you can see that there is no wear there. That is shallow depth case hardened, really well made. This idea has been around, the first one I saw was more like this one here, and it's been modified over the 27 odd years since I've been with the company. But that's, if I compare like for like, there is the hawk's beak with the red handle, and there's the super wrench, which is the original one we brought out with the black handle. Very good tools. The difference is we've narrowed the top jaw so you get better access with the hawk's beak. You've got an extra row of knurlings on the inner face, so it's got a better grip capability than the old one. That didn't have the knurlings on the inner face. The other thing is it's got a hook on that top jaw, which is easier to open than the knurlings that were on that one. They weren't so easy to open. The red handle makes it go faster, especially with a racing stripe. So that's the difference. So we've just slightly modified a very good tool, and it stood the test of time because I'm still going 27 years later.
Yeah, that just goes to show, doesn't it? Yeah,
I get so many people coming. I spoke to a lady a while back. She said, I'm having 4 sets of those, and I tell you what, you can give me the big one as well. She said, I said, well, that's a big order. She said, yeah, well, all my family who are into tools are getting a set because it's the only tool I bought my husband and he's really liked it. All the rest of the tools I bought him, he didn't like. So that's where you go.
So if you are thinking about this fee as a gift for someone that does do DIY, then he's going to be absolutely perfect. Again, a great price. 020337 is your item number. Are we going to talk about the larger one now?
Yeah, let's talk about the large one. To give you an idea, that on this fitting here, what you have in plumbing, plumbers will tell you this, you have 15mm compression fittings, you have 22mm compression fittings, and you have 28mm compression fittings, right? That's the standard. The 28mm ones are usually outside the house, to give you an idea. Right? The 10-inch will do the 15mm, the 8-inch will do the 15mm as well, and it'll do the 22mm, but it won't do the 28mm, right? That's bigger than a 28mm fitting. So you're working on this fitting here, you can't get the leverage, you really want to be able to put a wrench on the bigger fitting and put more leverage on it. Well, that's where the next size up comes in, because that goes right up to 60mm, and that's going to do all of those bigger fittings. Those ratings of 15mm correspond to the old Imperial ones. It was all down to the inside diameter of the pipe, not the outside diameter of the pipe.
That's interesting, isn't
there
it?
you go. Anyway, this is one of your standard water fittings. They're on a lot of irrigation systems now. You could be a landscaper doing that sort of thing. You could be a farmer, whatever the job you... I tell you what, I sell Hawk's Beak wrenches to people who have every tool known to man, and because it'll do jobs that no other tool will do. I also sell Hawk's Beak wrenches to people who have no other tools at all, because they're easy to use and they'll do a job for so many other tools. So that's why they've been so popular and so successful over the years.
They certainly have, and they're being popular tonight as well. If you've got them in your basket, please do check out, and remember, take advantage of the great prices. If you want to add the 18-inch Hawk's Beak wrench to your set of 4, then please do so. Freedom members, it's only $18.95, and again, we'll divide the cost into 2.
That's a fabulous price.
It really is.
That's guaranteed for life as well. When you consider that it's got the same extension capabilities, if you need to put a bar on there, you can put a 3 times handle length extension on there.
That's almost like the length of a broom.
Getting closer. It's about 4.5 feet, right? So you're looking at a very, very strong tool there to be able to withstand that.
Yeah, you certainly
very
are.
handy. Right.
Please, again, check out your baskets. We're having a busy hour. Now, doing your DIY, you might be doing some DIY outside. You might want to keep yourself nice and warm. You might be just going for a walk because that DIY has been frustrating so far. Not when you get your Hawk's Beak wrenches. And also, how about keeping warm with your polo poncho? There you go, super soft and so super warm as well.
They are.
Let's have a look at the polo poncho and how we can use it.
Okay, all you do with it is roll it down twice from the top. It's made of thermal fleece, which is fully machine washable. They're also made in the UK, makes a nice change. Roll it down twice and put it on over the head as you would a jumper. That way the chest is nice and warm, the back's nice and warm, but your arms are free. Climbing, walking, hiking, waiting for a bus, whatever you do. You might be out doing that dreaded shopping thing. Oh, yes. Horrible. If you get cold ears, bring it up to the chin, over the back of the dog. Back of the dog?
Well.
Back of the...
That's walking the dog.
Walking the dog. I was
actually
actually thinking about the next thing was really walking the dog. Okay, it's been a long day. All right. So over the nose, the breathing warms the chest, and that's brilliant for riding, as I say. And that could be with a horse riding helmet. It could be with a hard hat on the work site. It could be cycling. It could be motorcycling. It could be anywhere where you wear any form of helmet. These are absolutely brilliant. Right? So if you're warming up or you go indoors, you can slip that off without taking the coat off, roll it up, it'll go into a coat pocket or a small bag rather than carrying around a bulky jumper. When you're travelling, that can make a good pillow against the window, anything like that. And then the same thing will make over 20 odd different styles of hats. I'm going to show you my favourite hat. It's just a matter of taking the tail through the hole like so. Thermal fleece, fully machine washable, colour fast. I've had people tell me that they've had the same one of these for over 10 years.
Really? Doesn't surprise me.
My daughter's 14, and I've got a picture of her when she was 1 year old wearing the baby pink one.
Oh.
So the beauty of that hat is it's completely covered my ears. I can put my coat on over the top of that. It keeps the back of my neck warm because I get a sore neck from when I played rugby in New Zealand many years ago. But if you want to change the style of that, you can tie a knot in that top tassel. There's lots of different ways of wearing it.
There certainly is.
This is a nice setup. You are getting two for that price.
Yes, now there is different colours. We'll take you through the colours, but you can head to the website now and see that. Any two. So it could be two for you, it could be for you and your partner.
So if you were to buy a Cossack beret hat like that on the high street, how much would you pay? Think about it. Probably £15.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, made in the UK, thermal fleece, lasts you for years. A scarf would probably cost you 10.
Yeah.
A balaclava is another 10. All the different styles, you could spend £100 on different style wear.
Well, yeah, it's true.
That you could make it. That you can just use a polo pancho to make it all.
But this is so versatile, and it is washable as well. And it
Fully
takes
machine
no
washable.
time to dry. It's fabulous.
You can have this out of a spin cycle and be wearing it again within probably half an hour.
Yeah, you certainly can.
They do wear really well.
Shall we take you through the colour options that we've got available for you? It will come with a little leaflet to show you the different styles that you can have, and if you come up with any others, then please let us know and share them on Facebook. It'd be really good to see. Made in the UK as well. Right, let's go through the colours.
Okay, so we've got that British racing green. On the pole it says green, but it's a deep, rich green colour. Then we've got that wine plum colour. That's beautiful. Goes really well with purple, that one too. And then we've got the pink bubble. Now this is a great, vibrant, loud colour for those people who like to be bold on the when the winter's a bit grey and miserable. Great for skiing as well. And we've got all that ski season upon us now as well. This is your baby pink colour. Then you have the purple. Look at that. It's such a beautiful, soft fleece. It's lovely to wear. Then you've got the cerise. You can wash and wear these over and over again. There is that baby blue. Then we have the camouflage colour.
I think it's a great way to get the kids wearing something warm, especially on the school run.
And if they're on a bicycle or if they're in a pushchair, they tend to try and pull hats and scarves off. But with this, once it's on, it's not going to come off easily for the kids in that situation. Then we have that red, a deep, rich, vibrant red. Then the navy blue, and the most popular one of all is the black.
Yeah, now if you want to go for two, you could go for the black and then for a colourful one, or you could go for two colourful ones. It's entirely up to you. But they are going to keep you snug and warm, and so many different ways of wearing them as well. It's keeping you warm without the bulk. Think about colds, think about the cold bracing wind when you're out. It's terrible, isn't it? But if you've got something like the polar pancho on, it means that you're going to stay nice and warm, which is really important, especially when you're thinking about your ears and your nose and your mouth. Those are the things that get really cold. You can't always pull that scarf up, but with this, you see, even with your coat on, you don't have that bulk, but you've got the main part, keeping nice and warm, and of course it means that you'll feel comfortable as well, which is really important. Maybe you're a postman, post lady, and you're out and about delivering the post in the morning. It's cold. Mind you, my postman still wears his shorts. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's tradition with postmen.
I know.
My postman wears sports. Yeah.
Even in the winter. But this is a great way to keep yourself warm. Maybe keep you outdoors even longer. 816-013 is your item number. Here's how you do it. So here's all the different options. You can choose any two. and once you've selected them, you can head to checkout. And it's as simple and as easy as that. And because we are in the Flextravaganza event, anything over £5 will be divided into two. So guess what? You can divide that cost into two as well and pay over 2 months interest free. So it's a great way to buy from us here at Hochanda. So there you go. That's how you do it. And remember, Freedom members, there's no P&P to pay. Right, let's get back to the DIY because these are proving to be tremendously busy. It doesn't surprise me. These could replace all of those tools in your toolbox.
Yeah, the three biggest hassles you find when you're working with tools, number one is sorting through all your tools, trying to find a tool to fit the fitting you're trying to turn. Well, if it's a fitting, it's either going to have 6 sides, so this one drops onto the flats of a 6-sided fitting. If it's 6-sided, it could be metric, most commonly metric. It could be imperial. It could be AF Whitworth, BSF, ASF. All of these are different types of fittings, and this being sprung loaded will just find its way to the flats of any of those 6-sided fittings. Right? The next size fitting shape fitting you might find is 4-sided. Right, so it drops straight away onto the flats of the 4-sided fitting as well. Hook it open and away you go. The next one you might be turning is an 8-sided fitting. They're common on plastic garden fittings, they are. Well, not common, they are there, but that'll do those as well. The next fitting, of course, could be completely round, and this will turn around and drop onto the round fitting and ratchet and turn a round fitting just as well. So it'll turn anything. Well, the most awkward fitting I could find, I mean, there's a rounded off nut here, completely rounded off, and that just drops on and turns that as fast as it turns anything else as well. So it does that. But the most awkward fitting that you'll ever find is not only rounded off, it's worn away. And the old one that looks similar, that you may have seen before, won't touch that because one blade's thin, one blade's wide. But this one will grab even that most awkward fitting and turn that fast as a socket ratchet. Remember, they're also guaranteed for life. If for whatever reason you've managed to break one, we'll replace it for you. We've been trading out of Portland and Dorset for over 20 years. The address is on the lifetime guarantee. The next biggest hassle with tools is reach. It says on our lifetime guarantee, it says it's right about here, do not extend the handle more than 3 times the handle length. Right? So if you think about that, it's a lifetime guarantee tool that you are allowed to extend the handle. Most of the times, any company selling a lifetime guarantee tool would say to extend the handle is a breach of the contract and we won't cover you if the tool fails, but we allow it. When you've done that, you don't need to touch the wrench. So it's not only giving you the leverage, it's giving you the reach. That solves a massive problem. I'm not as strong as I was 20 years ago. It makes it a lot easier when you can get the leverage, and of course the reach makes a big difference too. The last biggest hassle with tools is when you can't actually see what you're trying to turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my pull-up bar, right? And I'm going to cover my eyes, right?
Again, don't try this at home.
Right.
I have to say that.
So that's left-handed without looking on a round bar, right? And with every left-handed one, you get a right-handed one, right? That's gone on there without even looking, right? Now, I weigh over 16 stone. There's a round bar. Instantly they lock. They don't fail. The last time a tool slipped and you whacked your knuckles, did you enjoy it? The last time your partner skinned their knuckles and was cursing all through the backyard, did you really want to listen to that? Right? These tools will get the job done. And it's such a satisfying feeling to know that you haven't paid a fortune for someone else to come and do it in their time schedule. You get it done when you want it done. Now, that was with 2 tools. Again, I'm going to show it to you with 1. Right? I last was here in November. Before that, I was here in January. It might be another 10 months before you get the chance to buy these again. And this is a fabulous price. It's the best price we do. So I would get on and get them while you can, because that's how strong they are.
Every time it makes me nervous, but it works every time.
It works every time. I welded that, so it's one of those, it looks like a bird poop weld, but it's not. It's actually a strong weld.
It
right?
works. But don't try that at home. And when we say with every left you get a right, it just means the tool itself, where you can pick it up with your right hand and use it, and if you're left-handed, you just pick it up with your left hand and use it as well, which makes it perfect if you're buying this for the family to use, and you've got some people that are left or right-handed. It means that there's no excuse. Everybody can have a go at fixing, mending,
well, a lot of the time, you're turning one end and the other end starts turning.
Yeah.
So you need a wrench in each hand to hold
Yes.
one end as you tighten the other. And that's why having a set of wrenches where you can use it left or right handle makes a big difference as well. There's so many reasons why people love this wrench, and that's why it stood the test of time over all these years, and hundreds of thousands of them being sold.
Yeah, certainly. And the price as well. Can we just take a look at that? I'm just going to bring this board up because I want to show you the true value. And can we just explain what we mean with the prices on here, David?
Okay, if you bought the 10-inch individually, you could spend $39.95 on our website. If you bought the 8-inch on its own, you could spend $29.95. We sell them individually. People only want to buy one. We sell that one for $19.95, and we sell the little one for $14.95. So those are fair prices when you consider they take 6 times longer to make than a standard wrench because they're guaranteed for life. A good comparison is this one here. You can pick up a poor quality one, a half-ply reasonable one for around £15 in a hardware shop. But if it was a lifetime guarantee one, I have seen them for £50 for one tool.
Wow.
It's a lot of money. And that adds up to £104.80. If you buy at a show, you might buy one and get one thrown in with a deal, 2 for £40, the 2 smaller ones for £30, or the set for $50. But at Hochanda price, you can't miss this. It's a fabulous deal.
It really is. You're saving £18 on the regular price of $49.95. It's just $31.95. That's for all 4 with a lifetime guarantee. The 4-inch, the 8-inch, sorry, the 4-inch, the 6-inch, the 8-inch, and the 10-inch for this tool set. And again, take advantage. We don't know when David's going to be back here on Hochanda. 020337 is your item number. Are we going to take a look at the larger one?
Yeah, if you like. There you go. Now, this one was developed from sheer weight of request. People were saying, look, I've got the 10-inch, and that's really good, but it only goes up that big. It only goes up to 35 mil, 1.25 inches. I need to do 2-inch stuff. So we came up with this one that goes right up to 60 millimetre, and it's got a longer handle on it. It's 18-inch long on the handle, so more leverage. If you extend the handle by 3 times, remember that's what you can do with the lifetime guarantee, you're looking at a 4.5 foot bar on there, and it's still guaranteed for life. That's a phenomenally strong tool. And that's got a massive overbite on the top jaw, so all you do to get that to work is hook that top jaw open, slip it over. So that's locked on there easily. You might be pulling a fence post out that's been stuck in the ground and you can't shift the darn thing. Well, that just drops on there. Again, see that? Instantly it's locked on there. I can't hold that because that is just going to come straight out and turned out. So strong, so well made. You can't beat it. And we normally sell that at $49.95. That's our normal price for that. And at Hochanda price, it's under £20.
It's incredible, isn't it? Freedom members, that's a delivered price of $18.95. Why don't you add it to the set of 4? Remember, the cost will be dividable by 2, all part of that Flextravaganza event. It is an incredible deal. And when you get these home, you'll start to do the jobs that perhaps you were thinking of getting someone else in to do because you didn't have the right tools. Now, you will have the right tools for the job, but you do need to check out your baskets to make sure you get the tools, the right tools for the trade. And it is a great deal. Remember, they all come with that lifetime guarantee.
They all come with the lifetime guarantee. And we've been trading out of that address for over 20 years. And if it fails, we replace it within 72 hours, 99% of the time.
Yeah, which is brilliant, isn't it? It really is. If you want to go for the 18-inch Hawk's Beak wrench individually, $19.95. But, of course, Freedom members, you get that discount, and it is dividable by 2 if you want to do that today. Or you can, of course, buy that today for $18.95.
What I noticed last time I was in November, that a lot of people were going for both.
Yeah, they are.
They were buying the set and then topping it up with the big one. Because am I right in thinking that makes it 1 postage and handling charge?
Well, yeah, it does. And as a Freedom member, there's no postage or packaging to pay. So you can see the great deal you're getting there. And as part of this event, because you can divide the cost into 2, remember, that wouldn't normally happen. It would be 1 payment. But because we're in the event, it makes it even more ideal to buy from us right now because you can divide the cost into 2. So treat yourself and go for the set of 4 and go for the larger one as well. Head to the website, give us a call, make sure you check out your baskets. Don't regret not getting this deal because when David comes back, we might not have this deal again.
No, I mean, it gets harder and harder to maintain fantastic prices. We all know about the situation with value of the pound
Yes,
against
yes.
the US dollar, buying it on the international market. It's very difficult out there. So.
Right, we're heading towards the end of the show. David, it's been an absolute pleasure as always.
Thank you. Yes,
I
I've
hope
enjoyed
to
it.
see you very, very soon, but I know it's probably going to be a few months away.
It probably will,
yes,
yeah.
it probably will. So do check out your baskets and get this great deal. Thanks, David. Safe
Thank you.
journey back home.
Cheers,
Safe
thank you.
journey back home. Stay where you are, though, because we've got Chocolate Baroque coming up next. Right, yes, Chocolate Baroque, 3rd anniversary. We are live here on Hochanda until 10 o'clock tonight. Stay with us, won't you? The Happy Puzzle Company Big Save at 10 and more Chocolate Baroque throughout the night.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Stampendous and Impression Obsession. Working with Hochanda is fantastic for us. It gives us the opportunity to bring all of these brands and all of these products from all over the world direct to you, the crafter in the UK. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter. So please don't miss Oakwood Archer shows on Hochanda.
Everyone, we're live until 10 o'clock tonight here on Hochanda, and we will be now for the foreseeable future. So it's great to have your company. Thank you for staying with us. And Leslie, Chocolate Baroque, 3rd anniversary. Well, first of all, happy birthday, congratulations,
Thank you.
Anniversary. But wow, sold out twice of the one-day special.
Within, I think, a record time of minutes.
Yeah, I think it was. I really do. We had a double launch at 6 o'clock, so we had 2 hours. Sold out twice. So the one-day special we do have, but it's being dispatched on the 20th of January. Yeah. It is worth waiting for. It is worth waiting for. Now, we will get to that. We've got the lovely Judith with us as well. We've got lots of demonstrations coming up in the hour. But we've also got giveaways as well. Now, can you see what's in front of us right here? This is phenomenal. Now, one lucky person will win all of this. It is an incredible prize. And the way we're doing it, anyone that buys anything throughout the one-day special
just the
shows...
one-day special.
Just the one, they've got to buy the
one.
one-day special throughout the one-day special shows.
Sure, yeah, for the one-day, yeah.
So you must buy the one-day special throughout the one-day special shows. So that will be tomorrow as well.
And
as
also
long
through
as
the
we've got
night,
it
it's fine.
to last. Oh, and all the way through the night.
It's for the full 24 hours.
Perfect.
But it has to be the 20.
Has to be the one-day
Even if it's
special.
on extended delivery.
Yep, perfect. one lucky winner is going to win all of this. My word, Leslie, what have we got?
A load of stuff. We've got a craft-along kit in there as well.
I know, I saw that. You've got that brayer.
Yeah.
Much
The
sought
roller
after.
that you like, yeah.
Much sought after.
And we've actually got the, I have to say whatnot, the jelly plate in it as well, the full kit.
I know. Do you know what? I'm getting really into the jelly plates now, seeing all the techniques that you've been doing. It's incredible.
Now the stamps. These are just the samples. They're not getting these actual stamps.
Okay.
This is just a sample to show what you'll get.
Right.
The lucky winner will choose their own stamps, and we will make what they choose.
Oh wow!
So
when you say
you go to our website.
Yes.
And choose what as long as the chocolate Baroque A4.
Yes.
So there's 4 A4s.
Yeah.
There's 4 A5s. There's 4 DLs or the bookmark ones, and 4 A6s.
My word.
16 sets of stamps, which they pick, and we will make to
That's
order.
amazing, isn't it? That
Plus,
really is.
We've also got some polychromos,
Yes.
Kohinoor pencils here, which aren't in the country, can't get hold of these. We've got our water pots, we have got canvases, we have got mount kit, we've got serviettes, we've got ribbon, brushes, some deco art, crackle and triple gloss.
This really is
And I
amazing,
keep going
isn't
on
it?
acrylic tags, and then across here we've got make your own calendar. We've got our tab storage sheets, and we have got masking tissue, and we have got drawing cartridge, speciality cards and papers, and we have our set of designer papers down. It's just...
Do you know what? This would be like Christmas Day, would it not? It really would. It's an incredible prize. All you have to do is buy the one-day special. We do have the one-day special available on extended delivery. But we're not stopping there. We've got some other prizes as well. Every hour, someone will win a dream day, and they'll be able to bring a friend along.
Yeah, pair of tickets. We've already... Yeah, it's
going to be on the 8th of April.
And there's a workshop with me as well on that
And
day.
a workshop with Leslie. How exciting. Will
And,
Judith be along?
We haven't discussed it yet, but if Judith...
Oh, I'll put you on the spot.
It's fine. No, to be honest, this is all we've lived and breathed for the last few weeks, the one-day special.
Bless you.
We only agreed the date, literally, Friday.
Goodness
yes,
me.
yesterday.
Goodness me.
And also, we've already had one winner.
Yes.
Mary, well done.
Well done, Mary. So we will announce the winner for the Dream Day at the end of this hour. And the criteria for that is...
Anything out of the show this hour.
Anything out of the show that you buy this hour, you will go into that draw to win a Dream Day. How exciting. Come to Hochanda Towers. Oh, lovely. And I think you might get a bit of lunch thrown in as well.
I think so, yeah.
Which is more than what we get, actually.
Let's
head to the website. Let's head to the website. You'll always see me on a Dream Day just hanging round to see if there's any lunch left over. Head to the website. There's been lots and lots of sellouts. So if it has sold out, you will find out once you've selected it. But anything available to you, including that Freedom membership, might be worth thinking about becoming a Freedom member. You might be new to Hochanda, and this could be the first things that you're buying from us. If you are and you become a Freedom member, there's no P&P to pay, and that is a rolling monthly subscription that you can end at any time.
They've all sold out, I'm afraid, what you're seeing on the screen now.
Yes, so what you're seeing there is sold out, but your Freedom membership is still available. We'll never sell out of that. Right, hello Judith.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Wow, busy ladies. My goodness, you're going to sleep well tonight. Right, we are live, by the way. This is not a recording.
This is not a recording.
I'm only joking. I did the freeze thing. We are live up until 10 o'clock, so if you want to get any questions in or you want to send any emails in for Judith or Leslie, we'd love to hear from you. It's studio@hochanda.com. Let's talk about the one-day special.
Judith is actually going to go away. She's coming back and doing the first demo after we've gone down the counter, if that's all right.
I'm going to have a sit down for a few minutes. It is okay, Judith. Okay. You're going to have a sit down. But we will see you in about 5 minutes. All right, it might be a little bit more than 5 minutes, but we'll see you in a moment of time. Right, thank you, Judith. Now, this one-day special, these stamps are incredible. The detail is so precise and so lovely. And this gives you a chance to get these home and they're mounted.
They're already mounted.
Yes.
As you know, we've just started doing this very recently. They're still available unmounted because there are people there who still just like the raw rubber.
Yes.
But for those people who have asked, we have said, here we are, mounted. So all you need to do is cut them out and ready to go.
Now, I love the design of these. I love the fact that you've got that kind of architecture to them and the blueprint element.
Yeah. These all come from originals which I hold.
Really?
Of blueprint engineers' drawings and diagrams.
That's amazing.
They're about minimum of 130 years old.
Yeah, I think the first blueprints came out in the early 1800s.
Yes, these date back to like mid 1800s.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it? Little piece of history there for you. So it is a talking point as well as a wonderful way of adding the art.
They've needed to be cleaned up because obviously they were aged. So but the detail, I have to say, that we've got on these, I am so proud of these.
Let's just talk about, I just want to show you this, because the detail on here, as you can see, with that measuring, you can see the full detail that's in there when you stamp this, which, I mean, it looks fantastic. It really, really does, Leslie.
Yeah, I have to say that. And the beauty about all of them is, what I've tried to do is, I've wanted to do this for some time, but it was trying to find engineering drawings, old ones.
Yes.
I know what I wanted, but I was so lucky when I came across these. Is that each hero image has a floral, but it's got the engineer drawing with it, or diagram with it. But then, I've then split them up. So basically, we've got the florals on their own, and we've got engineers' drawings and diagrams on their own.
So you can use them separately if you want to.
Yeah, and they all mix and match with each other. So if you wanted to use something out of the Frisia blueprint and put it with the wild cornflower,
you've got it.
It works.
Yeah, and that gives you that versatility, doesn't it?
And as it was said earlier on, Judith said it quite, they work for men and women.
Do you know what? That is so true. It really does.
Mixed media,
decor,
you know what I mean? They just work across, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to work across, because we as crafters now, we dabble into so many different things.
Yeah.
And I wanted a set of stamps that would drop into those different things.
Yeah, well, you've got it. You really have. Now, we did sell out twice of the one-day special. This really is an incredible deal. Now, because we've sold out twice, it is back, and we are dispatching these on the 20th of January. But, oh, my goodness, half of that stock has gone. Wow, half of that stock has gone. So here's the thing. That's all right, Lizzie, you okay? Yeah. Here's the thing. Pop them into your basket and make sure you do check out to get it. Remember, we have already sold out twice. Now, we've also got unmounted. If you want the mounted ones, you can have them. But if you want the unmounted ones, this is how they look. They're also on extended delivery, dispatching on the 20th. And these are the unmounted.
And what I want to explain, obviously it just shows as you know, but maybe some people are joining us and don't know, these are much bigger than the images on the inserts.
Yeah, they are.
So all the hero images are really very big.
Yeah, and that gives you, of course, scope to put them onto larger projects as well. Use them in journaling, which is always, you know, a lovely thing to do. And because you can cut into these, you can use the prints separately to the floral designs if you want to.
Look how large that colour lily is with the...
Isn't that brilliant? And again, how would we use these if we are buying them unmounted, Leslie?
Well, you've got a variety of ways. So you can use a removable spray. Yeah. So, you know, there's something called tack and peel out there, which permanently fits on an acrylic block, and you just put the stamp on and off it. You can use a repositionable tape gun runner. Yeah. Some people just like to use them in the hand. And free, because that way you can just take little bits of them, so you can actually bend the stamp like that and just do bits of the stamp, which is sometimes very interesting, just to see peepee bits. Yeah, peepee bits. Oh, I like that, peepee bits. I like that. So many different ways of using these, but we are incredibly busy. We've got some lovely demonstrations coming up as well. We've got Judith in a few moments' time to show you just how wonderful these stamps are. Now, we also have some designer papers for you. These have been very busy, and 60% of the stock has already gone. Now, you're getting 48 sheets, aren't you, Leslie? Yeah. And you get 24 designs. Yes. And these are so useful, these,
aren't they?
Again, are all from artwork done. So, you know, they've been created with inks, with sprays, and salt added or extra water added on a variety of different types of cardstock and backing papers and things, you know, paper stock. Yeah. And some of them were then crumpled up, and I didn't iron them out, but I then just put them straight into the scanner, and you get that dimension. Isn't that great? And this gives you a chance then to have that grungy, mixed media style background. Yeah. Maybe this is something you've not done before. So this is going to help you think of the ideas and think of all the different ways that you can start to develop your own backgrounds by using these first. Yeah. Now that one you remember because we did it in our Christmas show, if you remember right, we used it as the bay. Do you remember that was the sky and the bay for the boat? That's lovely, isn't it? And it really does look like a seaside bay. Isn't that nice? There's the sunset.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
And these have all
isn't
been
it?
created with paints, with inks, with sprays. You know, then there's one, that's one that's had salt on it, look.
And how easy are these to stamp on? What's the
Yeah, I'm going
surface
to show you
like?
that in my demo this time.
Perfect.
You can stamp on them, you can
Yeah.
actually paint on them as well.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to show that in
Because
the
they've got a
next-
nice glossy.
It's a 170
Yeah.
GSM silk coated stock.
That sounds good.
And there's the vibrancy, as you can see.
$14.99 is a great price, but so much of the stock has already gone, as you can see. And you're getting 48 of the A5 designer
I think it's
papers.
such a useful size.
Yeah, it really is. Great.
Die cuts beautifully.
Yep, you can cut this down, you can use it in the size that it is. Absolutely perfect. 199015 is your item number. So vibrant, so beautiful. What a great way to head into the new year with something different and inspirational as well. 199015. Right, we've got some more for you on the show. Let's move on and show you... Oh, we sold out of these earlier on as well. We're going to be dispatching these from the 20th of January as well. Let's talk about these, Leslie.
Yeah. These are our strip stencils.
Okay.
Okay. And they come in pairs. So we get the triple circle.
Yep.
And the dotty.
Okay.
And then we've got the triple square and squarely.
Okay. Squarely.
Squarely.
Okay.
And then we've got triple postage and random patches.
I like these.
Yeah, that's that one. Look, that's how you wouldn't. That's
Let me
the
just bring
stencil.
that in for you, just to show you there. There you go. Isn't that interesting?
Now, a couple of things with this, right? First, they're on 500 micron mylar
Why is that important?
because these normally stencils are a lot thinner.
Okay.
Sometimes you get pointy bits like you do on this, like this one.
Yep.
If they're too fine, they break off quite easily when you're either
Yes.
putting paste through or if you're washing them a bit hard.
Yeah.
And also, listen that, but they're still flexible.
Yeah.
And they clean. The idea is, Judith did a wonderful demo in the first 2 hours, in the second hour, and you can watch it and rewind.
Yeah.
And because they're that, you get a nice deep. If you're putting paste and mediums
Yeah.
through, you get a nice deep.
Perfect.
Because of the weight of them, you don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to take them down.
Yeah.
I've done these strips because I like stencils, but big stencils sometimes get in the way.
Yeah.
You know, you end up having to cover it up or.
Well, I guess there's only part of it you want to use it on
Yeah.
a smaller project.
Yeah. Square stencils are lovely, but on a square stencil, if you're wanting to do a long one,
Yeah.
you're trying to make the square fit the length.
Yeah, got you.
These, to do it in a journal, do it
Perfect.
down the side of a card,
Yeah.
and the point is you can turn them round. So, if you want to just do that bit, you can turn it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect, isn't
You
it?
can do different ways for it, different diagonals, and you get all of them. You don't just get pairs, you get all 6.
And you also get the masks and the stencils.
Yes.
So, for example, you've got the stencils here, but you've also got the masks as well. You get all 3. That's incredible.
All 3 pairs, all 6 stencils.
Well, that's ridiculous, Leslie.
And we decided we weren't going to
That's insane, that
we thought we
price.
were going to actually play tiddlywinks because again, and they're great
Yeah.
to draw around.
Yeah, they
you know,
are.
They're great for. I did a demo in the last
Yeah.
2 hours, where I used this to get to the square. That one, that's round, Leslie. Through the square window, to actually make it look like 4 matting and layering.
Wow. All 4. This is an incredible deal. Doesn't surprise me. It's been very, very busy. Get yours. Check out your basket. £15.90, 397,230. And because it's all part of the Flextravaganza event, you can divide the cost of this into 2 if you want to, which makes it even more attractive, doesn't it? And if you're buying this, you're going to go into the draw to go for the Dream Day. Yes. And if you are buying the one-day special, you are in the draw to win, oh my goodness, this fantastic prize. It really is phenomenal value, what you're getting there. It could be a whole crafting stash in one go, and you get to choose your stamps. There's Leslie, off she goes. We're coming back though with Judith, because we've got some demonstrations coming up. If you've got any questions, please do email in. It's studio@hochanda.com. We would love to hear from you because we are live, and to show you we are live, why don't you email in and we'll answer your question back. But if you are watching this on repeat, maybe at 4 in the morning, then don't email in. But if it is between 9 o'clock at night and 10 o'clock at night, then please do email in. How are you holding up?
Oh, I'm good.
Had a very, very busy launch.
Yes, definitely. It's been very busy today.
Now, for people at home, perhaps if they've not seen you before, Judith, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your connection with Leslie?
Yep, sure. I'm head of the design team, and I've been on the design team for quite a long time. 10, 11, 12 years, something like that, yeah. So I started out as a regular design team member and was made head of the design team. So I help coordinate the rest of the design team. There's 9 or 10 of us who are regular design team members, and then we have a bigger circle of girls who help out with TV samples and you know, help us with other bits and pieces that we do. They're a great bunch of girls. So.
And what is it about Chocolate Baroque that you love?
I love the quirky blend of designs, the fact that the stamp sets all mix and match with each other, that you can mix and match with other companies' stamps, and we love to do that. When you get your stamps home, all crafters, if you're like me, you like to think, oh, I can use these stamps with so-and-so stamps, but they are just wonderful designs. You know, as we've said, with these ones particular, they're great for men and women, and so many of the stamps are like that. You know, the designs are unusual, they aren't like other stamps, they're durable. Leslie has a lifetime guarantee on her stamps,
isn't it? Yeah.
Being grey rubber, they're very durable, and you can do whatever you like with them. You know, they're just so great to work with.
Well, I think you're vastly qualified then. Let's see what you've got in store for us.
Okay, so I'm going to be working with one of the little innies of the stencils.
Remember, you get all 3 sets of stencils and the masks as well. So you get the stencils and the masks, and the details are at the bottom of the screen. We're getting very busy for those again.
So first of all, I'm going to create a background for my card. So I'm going to use a yellow distress ink, and I'm just going to very quickly put some colour down on the craft mat. And a lot of the time when I'm crafting, I will look through my stash and I will look for a background that I've already created. And when I was making this card, I happened to find one. And it was this colour. And I thought, yellow, nice and cheerful, it's perfect. So I'm making another one, obviously, for the purposes of the demo. But I happened to just find one that was this colour.
Yeah.
And it was ideal for what I wanted.
I guess if you don't want to make your own background, you can also go for the papers, the designer papers.
Yeah.
And again, they're going to be ideal because there's lots of vibrant colours in that set. They're all A5 in size as well, so you might want to go and check those out. We've also been busy for those as well. They're lovely, aren't they, those designer papers?
Absolutely gorgeous colours. And as Leslie said, they're perfect for stamping on. You can then colour over the top. You know, they're just fabulous. You know, you could use your jelly print backgrounds for something like this, whatever. But I've just very quickly created a background.
Very good. Nice colour.
So that's how I've created my background. And I just wanted you to see that that's what I've done.
Now, when you get the stamps home, you can cut them out because they come to you within the A5 blocks. But when you cut them out, if you're going for them mounted, then it's very, very easy. And what would you recommend to cut the stamps out with?
Just a very sharp pair of scissors.
Yeah. Could you do it with a craft knife?
No, I wouldn't have said. You know, we always
advice.
use just very sharp scissors.
Yeah.
And if they're on already on the cling like that, then just give your scissors a good old clean afterwards.
Yeah. And then there you go. You can have them all stored efficiently, which is great.
Okay, so now I've actually started to prepare the next stage of my card. So I've taken the little inner part of the stencil.
Yeah.
And I've got my, I suppose that's the right size. I've started to draw around to create frames. So I'm going to just keep drawing around these. I've just left myself a couple to do because it's a bit like watching paint dry, watching me draw around all of these.
I love that expression because really that's what most crafters really enjoy doing, because that means they've actually done something.
Exactly.
And they're watching the paint dry, ready for the next layer. So it's not actually a bad thing in Craftland.
But you don't want to watch me do every single one of these. So I actually did these in the break.
Did you?
Yeah. Sorry that my hand's in the way while I'm doing this, but I'll just draw around a couple, just so you can see where I'm going anyway.
I suppose with a mask as well, could you ink around the edge of it to still
You
get
could do. I wanted a sharper line.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to add more definition, you could use a little charcoal pencil.
That's a good idea.
And add a little bit of shading
Yeah.
as well, and it would make it look more dimensional, as if these were actually, you know, thicker and glued on.
Yeah.
So you could go around with a little bit of shading. So that's what I did. I drew all around all of those, and then I took some of the smaller images from all of the stamp sets and got some black ink. I've chosen archival because it dries a bit quicker.
Yep.
And I've chosen one of the lovely sentiments, which I'm going to stamp in this one here, just because it happens to be straight on.
Oh, that's nice. Your love is a blueprint on my heart. Oh.
And then I'm just going to stamp some of the images into the... I chose ones that would fit
Yeah.
in the actual...
But look at the detail that you're getting here. That's a thistle, isn't it?
It's a wild cornflower.
A wild
Yeah.
cornflower.
Now, lots
my
of people
word.
are thinking that it's a thistle. And you could colour it as a thistle if you wanted to.
Yeah, I see the cornflower in that now.
The head is... the actual florally
Yeah.
bit is blue.
Detail is incredible. Absolutely. You are going to be so impressed when you get these home.
So I'm just going to stamp these randomly.
So you're creating little stamps, aren't
Yeah,
you?
little
With the
postage stamps, exactly.
Little postage stamps, that's right.
Yeah. And it's a very quick card to do.
Again, the detail is beautiful. Is that a
So
sweet
the little-
pea?
So this is a sweet pea.
Yeah, you see, I know
Yep.
that.
This is a freesia.
Love the detail and the tiny little shading that's in there as
Yeah.
well.
Which helps you add colour.
Yes.
So where the lines are, you can add a deeper colour.
Again, if you're just stamping in like a sepia or a black colour, you've got that vintage, oldie worldy look to it.
And then I've just got a little leaf that I'm going to add a tiny little bit in this corner. I'm not going to colour the whole thing in, but I will just do a little bit of one, just so you can see where I'm going.
Look how much that's changed by stamping inside those stamps, postage stamps. Oh, it's so lovely. And then just stamping off the page as well. How effective is that to create that background?
Because it makes it look as if it's been cut from a bigger, bigger area. So I'll just add just a little bit of colour. A lot of freesias are a two-tone, so you'll find that they'll be an orangey yellow colour at the bottom. And if you're not sure about what colour to colour flowers, just have a look on the internet, type in the name of the flower.
But then you could just make your own flowers.
Oh, sure.
up.
I mean, if you
Can't
like,
you? You
if
could
you like
really.
blue roses, or you know, I don't know, purple daisies or whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat, you go ahead and colour it that colour. If you want something to match somebody's colour scheme, or you know, their favourite colour is, I don't know, red or what have you, then you just go ahead and colour that colour. And then just run my brush over very quickly.
Just to pull that colour
Yeah,
out.
just pull it through so quickly. I'm really not taking my time over it, not for the purpose of my demo. And then I'll just very quickly show you my finished one.
That is beautiful. And even with the colour over there, you can still see those fine dots which really add the depth to the image. Look at that.
There we go.
Oh, that's beautiful, Judith. Look at that. And that cornflower, now you've coloured it, the blue.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, you can see that. Isn't that pretty? Just with that background, that vibrancy. and then all you used was the mask to create the shape.
Yep. And as I say, if you wanted to, you could just go around the edge just with a little grey pencil, just to add that little bit of shading.
It'd bring them out like 3D. That is lovely. And maybe you could cut one out and then put some foam pads on and lift it up.
Yeah,
Oh, so many ideas. I'm getting so many ideas now. This is lovely, isn't it? You're going to enjoy using these stamps. The detail is incredible. It really is. And I think when you've got flowers or anything of nature, to have this extra detail in there really brings them to life, even if you're just stamping in one colour. If you want to go for the one-day special, then please do check out your baskets, because we have sold out twice. The latest one-day special is being dispatched from the 20th of January, to let you know. And if you're buying the one-day special tonight, you'll be going into a draw to win an amazing prize. So many items have sold out so far. We've had an incredible 2-hour launch earlier on today. We are live now up until 10 o'clock tonight here on Hochanda. So here is your chance to get with everyone else that's already checked out their basket and have that one-day special on its way to you. It's a great price as well, and it's available on Flexi Buy if you want to go for it. It's available mounted or unmounted, and the choice is going to be yours. Some people like their stamps already mounted, and Chocolate Baroque have listened to you, and they're now offering you their stamps mounted or unmounted, which is perfect, isn't it? Let's take a look at some samples for your one-day special. It really is a wonderful set to get, because if you are thinking of making cards, masculine or feminine style cards, let's call them that, because sometimes ladies like a masculine style card, and sometimes the gentlemen like a floral style card. It all depends on your choice and your design. I like this one because you've got that blue element, so it's really bringing out the element of the blueprints that are on there as well. You can use these with the focal point being the flowers, for example, maybe adding some of that blueprint in the background. You can use them separately, by the way. You don't have to use them together, but this is giving you the idea of how mixed media you can get. I mean, that style is brilliant. To me, I'm looking at that, and that is a seaside pier. I don't know if that's what it's intended. Well, there you go. Leslie's saying yes, that's what it's intended, but that's what I'm seeing there. I'm seeing my holidays on Skeggy Pier. There you go, with that lovely ride in the fairground at the end. Another wonderful example there. I mean, that is great, isn't it? Very scientific, fabulous, it really is. All these blueprints, these are what Leslie owns as well, so it's fascinating to have and to see the detail in there. If you look at the measuring tools that we've got on the side there, and that corner rule as well, it's incredible, the detail, and that's what you get with Chocolate Baroque, and that's why it's proven to be so popular and so busy as well. Remember, you get that lifetime guarantee with all the stamps, because they have faith in the manufacturing of those stamps. If you want to go for your one-day special, 880855 is your item number. You are getting your stamps mounted. Yes, you are. You can get them unmounted as well. It's entirely up to you. And we'll bring the details, excuse me, in for the unmounted, because there are so many ways of using your stamps. I'm just going to lift up a set of stamps that are unmounted, because you can then add them to your own mounts at home, or indeed you can use them just as they are and just add different elements, so you've got that flexibility to them. But you can even see the detail in that stamp. I don't know if you can see that. If I just move that like so, I'm just trying to capture the light for you. There's so much detail in there. It really is incredible. And these, see that? Fabulous. £54.96. You're saving £13. It's an introductory price, but of course you can divide that cost into 2 payments of £27.48. As so many people have done so far, because we've had 2 sellouts in the earlier shows. But it is back, dispatching on the 20th of January. But how much of the stock of this has gone, may I ask? Half the stock of the unmounted. Wow, half the stock has gone. We've got all day tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do, because sales continue all the way through the night. They do, yes they do. Let's take you through the deal of the day. This might be something you want to add to your basket. Why not, if you've got lots of dies, or using these maybe to make some fridge magnets or something like that. Your deal of the day is only available until 7 AM tomorrow morning. You're saving £26. It's £22.99. It's a great price, divisible by 2 if you want it to be as part of the Flex Stravaganza. 660965 is your item number. number. Now we are live. Do we have an email in? Steve-O wants us to pop a balloon to show that we are live. No, Steve-O. At 9:31 and 35 seconds. No, Steve-O, no. We are not popping any balloons.
My nerves won't stop it, stand it.
No, I don't like popping balloons. I don't like popping balloons. It scares me.
I don't like them either.
Scares me. Anyway, Steve-O has ordered the one-day special, so Steve-O, you're in for a chance of winning that fantastic prize. Right, what are we going to have a look at?
We are going to use the papers, that is the background splash papers.
Yes.
To cover one of our, we've had these on the show before, which are our artist trading heart.
Great.
And then we're going to paint on them and colour them and do things.
Would
you like to choose a paper?
Oh, you always do this to me, Leslie. I'm terrible at choosing.
Okay, you've only got 24 to go through, Judith. Janice, sorry.
Oh, now, I like that one.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, because I might see another one. You know what I'm like.
I know.
You know what I'm like.
I know.
What else are you going to put on it?
I'm going to stamp on it,
well.
and I'm going to paint as well. I'm going to colour in the flowers.
Judith, I don't know. I'm going to show you three, then you choose from the three. There you go. I'm so bad.
Honestly.
I can't. You should see when I go away for the weekend. I have bags and bags and bags because I just can't choose what to take.
We'll take that nice textured one, shall we?
That's the one I chose first.
Yeah.
So I should always go with the first one. Yeah.
Do you know what?
I'll learn eventually.
One of the things that we're taught is, you know, when you go, you pick something, or you see something, or you make a snap decision there and then.
Yeah.
That is usually the best decision that you make.
Is it?
Because there is something in the receptors in your eyes and your brain that click at the same time and say, I want that, or I like it.
So always go for that one.
If you haven't done it in 30 seconds and then you change your mind, then it's not for you.
There you go. There you go. Live and learn.
Right, sorry, it wasn't meant to be philosophy. This is meant to... Actually, I wanted to come here in jammies and a wee willy winky hat and a nightlight because
Well, if you got one of the polo panchos, you could have had a wee willy winkle hat.
Yeah.
We could have made you one.
Right, so we're going to cover this.
Okay.
So, glue.
Now, the papers,
Yes.
we said they're a silk coating to them?
Yeah, they're a silk coated
Is that
stock.
on both sides,
No,
Leslie?
just they're
Right.
actually, yes, it's a silk stock, but it's more silk coated on the actual design itself.
So do we need special glue?
No, any
Okay.
normal glue. This is Phil's.
Right.
Out to my buddy who went home early, bless him.
Yeah,
So if you
hope
saw a
well.
repeat in the middle of the afternoon, that's why, because poor Phil was just too ill, I'm afraid. So get well soon, Phil.
Get well soon, Phil.
So now you've got a choice, you see. On all of these, it's not just one colour, so you can... Which now I'm going to tell
I know you are. I know. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, you're going to ask me which side.
Yeah.
That side.
Fine, that's fine.
There you go. Because I followed your golden rule.
Yeah,
and I
whatever
made that
chance.
decision in 30 seconds, you see.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Okay. How many times have you gone round shopping for something and you've seen something that you like in the first shop, but then you haven't gone round to the other 26 to see if there's anything else?
It's the same with restaurants.
And you end up back to the first shop.
Yep. If anyone goes on holiday with me, shall we eat here? Not quite sure. Let's just go to the next one. Shall we eat here? Oh, I don't know. I don't really like the music. Shall we? And then we spend an hour walking round. You ask Jane if you see her. Spend an hour walking round. And then we're like, where should we go to? The first one we went to, we always end up in.
Now, you know that lovely roller that we have?
Yes.
This is also great for getting out any air bubbles and things like this. Just cover your paper in case you've got any stray ink on your actual roller. But it is just great for smoothing out.
And this is what you used in the craft and all,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah, which is in.
The prize to give away
Yes.
for anyone that buys the one-day special.
So that's nicely covered now. Now then, it should be right. I would tend to leave this to dry just a little bit longer. However, let's see how we go. I am going to trim it out though, because
We're getting busy for the papers. 2/3 of the stock is gone now, Leslie.
oh gosh. So, can I tell you something now? I can't sing and I can't dance.
Get practicing.
No. You would, honestly, I don't want to close Hochanda down. I like this station, thank you. I want to stay here. Right, I'm just trimming around the outside edge because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use sanding block. I apologise now, so if you want to mute my mic while I sand this off.
Do you not like that sound?
I don't know how loud it's going to come across over the microphone, that's all.
Let's see.
Okay, so sanding block.
Yep.
Okay, and this gets... Sorry, Janice.
It's all right.
Can Janice please stand in angle while this is done?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind.
I tell you what I don't like. I don't like chalkboards.
No. Scraping nails down
No.
chalkboard.
No.
I don't know
Or
who
even
ever does that.
Or even squeaky chalk. But the reason that you do this, you get such a clean edge, and it melds into the actual.
It's very good.
The product, whether it's MDF or whether it's grey board or this our white board here, it just gives you couldn't get this same clean finish
Even if you cut it out. Yeah.
Couldn't get it. And it's testament to the quality of the paper.
Certainly is. Very busy for the papers, designer papers, beautiful, vibrant colours. Gives you a chance to have that grungy, mixed media, textured style background, and also will give you the inspiration, perhaps, to do some of your own. It's a wonderful, wonderful set. You are getting 48 designer papers. They're all A5, and they've got that lovely silk finish as well. And they're called the Background Splash, $14.99.
Okay, right, there it is. I'm now so that's got a lovely clean edge now, you see.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Good choice.
It is a good
choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I did well.
Yeah. So I'm going to what you can also do with this without damaging the paper and just give it is you just run it round the edge again, and if you can see that look, we've got just no edging.
Yeah.
But if I run this round again,
so this is like soften it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just gives you a little bit of a white core background to it. So it actually frames the paper.
Oh, I see.
It's quick to do. But can you see? I will put it on. So we've got a black there. We'll put it on there so you can see better.
Pop it on a black background, yeah.
Yeah.
See what you're doing.
And then I have this wonderful tool that fits into that kind of a groove. Right, if you put it on the black now.
Yep. Yeah, you can see that, can't you? That's perfect. Does
that make a difference?
Doesn't it?
And it hasn't damaged the papers whatsoever. That's the quality of the...
That is fabulous. Just a regular sanding block, Leslie?
Yes,
just something fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too coarse.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's that. So what I want to do now is I'm going to create a spotlight for the... Can I just pop that with you, Shanice? I'm actually going to use this stamp, which is a sweet pea. Now, I'll tell you this because well, Catherine knows this, but this particular diagram looks to all intents and purposes, that could be a light bulb on a light fitting.
Yes.
Somebody else thought it looked like a balloon with a basket at the end.
Could look like a sun.
Yes.
At the top of some
it's
kind of
actually
construction.
this one. So there's the smaller version of it, look.
Oh.
And what it is, it's actually a cross-section of a flagpole. So if you know a flagpole has got a circle on the top,
I've got you.
And this is all the mechanism inside. So one half of it is a diagram of how it all works inside, and the other side of it is how it should look finished off.
Do you know what? I never knew that they had all that inside, flagpoles, but of course they have to get the flag up.
That's where all the wires and everything and the rope and everything
interesting. How interesting.
But,
I like it.
And it can be a sun, it could be anything, it can be what you like. And these are one of the ones, along with those, that... I can't remember who was it. Barbara, I think it was. That that made that one that looks like a seaside town.
Yes.
A pier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of them they use.
Yes.
Great.
So that's it. Look.
Yeah.
And then she used it in conjunction with the one from the freezers.
Isn't that good?
Right. So stencils. We still have stencils in stock, don't we?
We do still have stencils in stock, but we have been very, very busy. It's a great price because you get 3 sets of stencils and the corresponding masks.
Yes, so there's 6 in total.
Yeah, so 6 in
3
total.
pairs.
Perfect. £15.90. It's a great deal, and they're 500 micron as well. So that really means that you can put them through their paces. 397230 if you want to go for those. These are the circles. You've got the postage stamps, and you've got the paint splash.
Yeah, the random patches.
The random patches. They're fabulous to use. They
And
really
as
are.
I say, people, if they're liking them, I've got loads of more ideas to bring more strip stencils like that.
Really?
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so I've got some tinting base here, which is basically you can use it to add to other acrylic paints to thin them down or to make them slightly paler if you've got something very strong. They also work a bit like gesso. It's just a bit thinner than gesso.
Okay.
But it also makes a great I don't want to obliterate that completely, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint. I'm using my circle from my stencil.
Yep.
So I'm just going to paint over this randomly, like so. And the other beauty about using this particular tinting base is it doesn't take long to dry.
Okay.
So, there you go, look.
Perfect circle.
I am just actually going to, excuse me, clean that off because I want to use it again. So if you don't mind.
Yeah. How you've put that on? I mean, I know you've put the paint on randomly.
Yeah.
It actually looks like a moon, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and you
Since
can
I
use
saw
these
that-
if you want. If you like to do moons and backgrounds. The other thing I want to show, which I'll show you tomorrow, is how to use the innie to create a different type of style of moon or sun.
Oh.
So that's tomorrow. So that's that done.
Okay.
Okay, are we all right for time, guys?
Yeah, we're perfect for time. We've got
Oh,
15
God.
minutes left of this live show. We're live now on Hochanda up until 10 o'clock every single night, which is fabulous.
So I'm just going to smooth those edges down, but you can see, because they're as thick as they are, those stencils, I didn't even tape that down, mask it down, Janice, and it doesn't leak underneath.
No, not at all. And is that because it's 500 micron and that means, like you say, you've got
Yeah.
still flexible,
Yes,
but
yeah.
really
Some weight
sturdy.
behind it, yeah. Right.
could you put these through your embossing
Yes,
folders?
that's the whole idea of them as well.
Yeah.
Because there's a thickness of them, they will go in the embossing folders.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. See, I am a crafter at heart, and I have been since I was 4, so I do think from the crafter's side of things, you know. Yeah, and 4 was a long time
little
ago.
Leslie, age 4 crafting.
With my mother's pinking shears. Not a pretty sight. Right. Just want to try this off again. Well, my father went hairless. In those days, pinking shears were not cheap items, and my mum did a lot of dressmaking.
Did she?
Yeah, and she was actually she'd bought this velvet to make this plain velvet suit.
Oh.
And she went to cut because obviously plain velvet has a nasty habit if you are a sewer of the pile coming off.
Yeah.
So use the pinking shears to stop that doing that. Because she went to cut, and it didn't cut. It went.
Uh-oh.
Because I wanted, like the postage stamp, I wanted pretty patterns around the edges of my papers.
Wow.
Okay, right. I guess you can guess where the rest of that went.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Yes, and it was my father that had bought them for. In those days, they were about £20 a pair.
Yeah, which was a lot of
A
money.
lot of money in those days. A lot of money. Yeah, she'd only used them once.
Oh dear.
Right. Okay, so I'm using the sweet pea.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm actually going to use, because I'm stamping onto that paint. Actually, VersaFine should be all right because it's not a non-porous surface, so it will dry. And I'm only wanting the top bit really, but you know, look at that, just for the detail on there alone.
I do, like, you know, when we have stamps and you put the ink on and it brings it to life before you've even stamped it. I love that.
Yeah, I have to say, the detail. You know, you look how fine the detail is on this,
Yeah.
that you can get that out of our stamps.
I don't know how you do it, but you do it, and you do it time and time again.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
We are very proud of our stamps. We're proud of the quality. We're proud of the standard. We just love dealing with our customers and bringing them things that we hope they will enjoy.
Oh, I know they enjoy them. If you've got any inspirations, actually, you want to share to show,
Oh, please do.
Leslie, please do email in. It's the anniversary of Chocolate Baroque, the 3rd anniversary of you being with us here at Hochanda.
Yes, that's the anniversary.
Yeah.
Chocolate Baroque itself, we're actually into our 9th year.
Yeah.
Next year's 10 years, so watch out.
Ooh.
Right, so I've allowed that to settle in. Look at that. Now that's over the paint look and onto the paper as well.
That now it really does look like a moon in the background, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I really like that.
So I am going to just dry it off again, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. And you can see how all the elements that we've got on the show available to you, with the papers in the background, with the fabulous stamps as well, and the stencils, how you would be able to build and create that. I've chosen the right paper there.
You have.
I really
But
have.
you see, I haven't that tinting base. You can
Yeah.
still see the other through it. I didn't want to obliterate it,
No.
but you need to just, you know.
Oh, that
No.
looks lovely.
What I am going to do now is I'm actually going to take, unfortunately, some pencils, which I know sold out, but, you know, you could use any coloured pencils for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I mean,
You
if you're
know,
lucky enough to get them,
exactly.
then you can watch this demonstration and use the same
I'm
pencils,
not going
or
to
you
do
might have
much
others.
because, obviously, I appreciate people don't watch me. And I know you said you quite like watching me colouring.
I do. I love watch anybody. What's that English all about?
I have no idea. Do you want to try that one again?
Yeah, I think I will. I do love to watch people colouring. I find it fascinating. I like the development.
I have chosen, obviously, as you can see, the colours that tone in with the... Now, I could have gone for opposites, and the one that I have done, actually, is the one I've already done. I've done complete opposites. I'm going to drag a purple into here. This might have looked nice with a turquoise blue. Yes. Yellow would have looked good on this as well.
Yes, yellow, definitely.
That would have also looked good. But it's more showing you the principle. Now, if you noticed, I'm not colouring outside the line. I'm not actually colouring outside of the circle.
No.
I just want to spotlight that particular piece. So let's add a little bit of purple into here, just a little. And then I'm going to add some water, and you'll see the difference when I do that. So I'm not going to add tons because I'm conscious of time. Well, you know.
That's okay. I think we've got... How long have we got left of the show? Just under 10 minutes.
Wow. Now, what I'm also going to show you, I've got some tissue here. There it is. I want to create some highlights into this.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I wet that, and see that's going to be where it's going to be a bit lighter. Take a tissue for this. You don't do... I need to add a bit more water, sorry, just to loosen the paint up. You don't... There we go, look.
Oh, yeah. That
Don't use a kitchen roll.
No, why?
Because kitchen roll will leave a pattern.
Oh, yeah, of course it will.
So you just use plain tissues, proper tissues, and then you get that lift look.
Could you use, if you didn't want to use tissues, could you use just like a cloth?
No,
okay.
Cloth won't work. It has to be something very fine.
And porous.
And porous.
Yeah,
well
okay.
done. Yes.
Like it?
Yeah.
See, I learn.
Yeah.
I do learn.
I am going to take some of my yellow now, look, and I'm just going to pop the yellow into there, just to make that pop.
Yeah.
And I would do the green, etc. But what I want to show you is the next bit, which is to go back to the stencil, which... Oh, there it is.
You got it. We'll change the details on the screen, actually, back to the stencils. You're getting 3 sets of those stencils. It's an incredible deal. It really is, for £15.90. Just while you're looking at that, I'm going to grab the stencils to bring them back over while you're watching Leslie.
So what I'm doing here is I'm actually going round the stencil with my fine line marker over the original circle where I did the painting.
Ah, I see.
Right, so that's made it pop a bit, but again, bear with me. Just plot that a bit.
Now with the stencils, you get the circles. There's 3. It reminds me of how I measure pasta, actually. Have you got one of those pasta measuring tools?
Yes, I know what you mean. Yes.
So you've got the 3 circles there, but you've also got the masks as well, so the 3 parts that have come out there. This one's really cool, isn't it? And again, you get the parts from that. And then here, you've got the squares, and you get the inner parts. If I just clumsily show you these, sorry, there you go. So you get the masks that come out as well, which is perfect. Just so you can see what you're getting, because I keep saying you're getting 3 sets, and I've not showed you them. This one's my favourite. This one's my favourite. And this was used actually by Judith.
The postage,
in
triple
the demonstration.
postage.
Yeah,
With
the triple
random
postage.
patches.
And then the random patches. They are great to use. They really, really are. 500 micron, so really, really good. Flexible, but very durable as well. Use them through your embossing. Use them as an embossing folder, for example. Use them to add detail to your projects. 397230, but we are incredibly busy for these as well as we use them. You're popping them into your basket. And remember, anyone that buys anything in the show will be entered into that draw to win a dream day with Leslie.
Right.
And we're going to announce that very soon. And anyone buying the one-day special will go into the draw to win that major prize. Right, Leslie?
So what I've done is I've gone around my stencil again with my fine liner pen.
Yep.
And then I've taken my black watercolour, and I'm just going to now pull that out, and you will see.
Oh, is that just from the fine liner pen?
No, that's from the fine liner pen and the watercolour pencil.
Ah, I see.
And what you're trying to make it is look a bit more as if it's bleeding, a bit, you know, like ink bleeds.
Yeah.
because that way you get the shadow, and what happens is you turn what is a flat one-dimensional image into, hopefully, and I've done this very quickly, but you will see on the other one that I've done earlier what I'm getting at. And that suddenly now looks like an embellishment on the top of it.
Yeah, it does.
There you go, look.
That's clever. That really is clever, isn't it?
There's the one I did before, look. And it looks now as if you're actually looking into that.
It does, doesn't it? And it does look like you can just go in there and just pick that up, or pick that up. That is great. I love that.
So you can paint, you can stamp, because obviously this is a bit darker, but you can see here, it's stamped no problem onto the papers.
I like both of them. I like both of them. I think it's fantastic, isn't it? Oh my, so much inspiration. There is so much we could do. We could possibly just keep crafting through the night.
No.
But unfortunately, we're not going to. It's for this hour that we are live. But of course, the shows will be repeated throughout the night. Right, whilst you check out your basket, here's some inspiration for you. My word, what a day we've had here at Hochanda.
Yes.
What an evening.
Yeah.
What a celebration, actually, to show you just how much we all love chocolate baroque.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, I got emotional before, and I do apologise for letting it loose on camera, but it's the way I feel. I can't hide my emotions.
No, never
and
do.
I am so
Never do.
genuinely, well, I know we all have to speak for Judith and David, bless him, who's tucked up in bed now because he's going to be at work extremely early in the morning. And also our beautiful, wonderful design team. From the bottom of our hearts, you know, if you didn't do this, we wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that. And I can't thank you enough for having the faith in what my vision was and actually liking it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you do this. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
You make these, you design these sort of things, and you have all these ideas, but you don't know how they're going to be received.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much.
And as a big thank you, we've got some giveaways. Yes, we have got a great giveaway of a dream day here at Hochanda with Leslie. And everyone that's bought something in this hour stands a chance to win. In fact, everyone that buys anything throughout the hours of the one day special, and that goes throughout the night, you will win a ticket for you and a friend to come along to Hochanda for a dream day with Leslie. And it's a workshop with Leslie, including lunch, which again, is more than what we get. Anyway, right, let's announce the winner. The winner is Leah Welch. Oh,
well
congratulations.
done, Leah. I look forward to seeing and meeting you on the 8th of April. It's
yeah,
going to be
well
fabulous.
done. Well done. Thank you very much for purchasing in the show. And we'll get all that sorted for you. Now, if you've bought the one day special, you've also gone into the prize draw to win an incredible bundle of just about everything you ever need. It really is. The value of that is
over
£400
worth.
Wow.
And you get to pick your own stamps. You don't have to have what's on there. You can pick the stamps from our website. They won't come mounted. That's the only thing I would say. They will be unmounted.
Yeah, but it's an incredible prize. It really is, and that goes for everyone that's buying the one day special. Whilst we've got it, by the way, sold out twice. We've got it back on extended, and it's being dispatched on the 20th of January. It's not long to wait. Not really. In the terms of crafting, for example, it's definitely worth going for. It's a wonderful set of stamps. The detail on the stamps are just incredible. incredible. They really are. And again, I think you've got something for everyone here, whether you're making masculine cards or feminine style cards, whether it be for, you know, the man in your life, the lady in your life, it doesn't really matter. Some wonderful designs here. And you can see how different each stamp is when you place it on different backgrounds as well.
As modern as you like. Look at that.
Yeah, now that is incredible, isn't it? Making a butterfly. And another one that Judith has picked up here as well. They're beautiful, different each and every time. You're going to have so much fun when you get the set home and you start crafting with them. Remember, they're available mounted or unmounted for now. This is the final live hour here at Hochanda tonight. For today. But of course, the shows will be repeated throughout the night. Ladies, Judith, Leslie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you in the morning at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and thank you for watching. But stay with us. Yes, stay with us. We've got more coming up throughout the night. The Happy Puzzle Company Big Save up next. Chocolate Baroque 3rd anniversary continues throughout the night. And then picture this a little later on.
Hello, my name's Kay from Indigo Blue, and we've been established for 7 years, and together with my husband Alfie we design and manufacture our own in-house red rubber stamps. We also have our own range of paints, lushes and stencils. We're so proud that we've now got a reputation for such high quality products and the detail that we can manage to get in our stamps. So grab a cup of tea, join me and the team from Indigo Blue on Hochanda.
Flexi Order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi Order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi Order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Hi, I'm Andy from Picture This. I've been a painter all my life. Picture This was actually formed on the back of a throwaway remark from one of my art students. This has developed my drawings into a series of photopolymer stamps, clear stamps for the crafting community and the crafting industry. The stamps are all hand-drawn by me, they're made in the UK, most important to us at Picture This, and we have so much more to bring you. Our shows on Hochanda, we hope to make them informative, amusing obviously, entertaining, but mainly it's about bringing the creative spirit to you. Make sure you tune in and watch the Picture This shows on Hochanda.
We're in for some fun and games, literally. Hello, Gavin.
Hello, Alex. How are you?
I am good. So this is our first time working together.
It is. We've not done this before. Hello, Hochanda world. How are you all today? Getting in the festive spirit, I hope?
Hopefully, yes, indeed. Now, games. It's all about puzzles and games. And I understand the last time the Genius Square was on, it flew out the door.
I don't think anybody had actually seen anything quite like this in terms of response before. We had to restock 5 times, which was quite amazing. But then this this is an amazing game. So shall I tell you about the Genius Square?
That would be lovely. Just to say, obviously it's not going to come in time for Christmas now, but we're thinking birthdays next year, presents, that's the sort of thing. And it's all going to be dispatched from the 2nd of January. Lovely.
So this is a game which every family in the world ultimately will own, because this probably is going to be as big as Rubik's Cube. It's been out for 13 months now, and the Genius Square worldwide in its first 13 months has sold, believe it or not, 152,000 units. And most of that has been because of word of mouth. And let me tell you, I've played over 5,000 games in my lifetime, and this is by far the best of them, and I'm now going to explain to you why.
Cool.
What you get is not this giant set which you see here, which we've got specifically for Alex and I to play. Alex playing for the first time in a moment.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
But what you actually get is this little set here, which you can see, which is everything you need for 2 people to play together. So we'll explain what those bits do in a moment, but you'll see that you've got 7 dice, and you've got 2 of the Genius Square boards, together with all of the different coloured shapes and those little pins, which are what we call blockers. So let's move over to the larger set, which you'll also be able to see us playing from overhead. So this is how you play the Genius Square, and believe it or not, there are 62,208 different puzzles that you can actually play here. And the way it works is like this. We take these dice, and the dice have coordinates on them, and all we do is we roll the dice, and that's where our 62,208 possibilities come into place. Now, Alex, if you want to remove all of your pieces that are there, it's these pins that we're going to concentrate on for the moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these pins, these blockers, into the 7 coordinates. So we've got D2, and E1, and F1, and F5, and B5, and D4, and where is the other one that I've missed out on? E1. No, we've got E1, F5, F1, B2, D4, B2. There it is there. B2. And all we're going to do now is we are going to race against each other in order to complete the grid. Now, there is always at least one solution. In fact, we ran this through a computer program to make sure that this really did work, and it works every single time. So are you ready?
I'm nervous.
Your first go ever, and the problem is I'm going to have to multitask now because I'm going to have to be talking at the same time. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. And this is Alex's first time ever playing this. Now, one of the really amazing things about this game is that it's something for the whole family. It's ages 6 and up, and as I mentioned, you've got the 2 boards there, which means that 2 people can play against each other. But of course, you can add more boards to it if you want.
Boom! I'm not competitive at all.
Did that really happen? Not only have we just proved that I can't multitask, but secondly, Alex, you're absolutely amazing at this. I want to know something. How good did it feel?
Really good.
To finish that. And it works every single time. If there is one game that you buy in the whole of the rest of your life, buy this. This is the Genius Square, and this game is truly amazing. Let's have one more quick game.
We've lost 10% already. I'm so happy.
I'm happy too. That's good. Okay, Alex, this time you roll the dice.
Okay.
And let's see what comes up. And you're going to get to see this on the overhead as well, which means that you've got the opportunity to try and work out what we should do. Most of the puzzles do have multiple solutions. So just because we're doing it one way doesn't mean that it will or won't work. There'll be lots of ways of doing it. So, roll the dice.
Okay, here we go. I'm just going to there we go.
There you are. That's brilliant. So we have got here B2, and A5, and C6, and D2, and A6. And what is the last one? Have I done this again? I keep doing D3. There you go. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. One more. One over here is A6, C6, B2, A5.
B5.
B5. Did
Is
I
there
say
B5?
B5? No, there's not a B5. E5.
Oh,
E5. There you go. There, we've done it. Okay. Revenge needs to happen now.
Gosh.
On the right of your screen is me. On the left of your screen is Alex. If you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play the Genius Square. Now I'm under pressure. So the beautiful thing is, no matter whether you are young or old, you'll be able to play this together. And in an age when children are finding it so difficult to pull themselves away from their tablets, it's nice to have something which families can sit down and do together, which is not on a screen. I am making a real mess of this again. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Because I can't multitask, can I?
No, I can't either.
Do you know something? I can't. I mean, my wife says I can't load the dishwasher. If I can't load the dishwasher, then heaven help me doing this with presenting at the same time. I'm all over the place here. I know.
Not
Now,
as good
of
on
course,
this one.
not everyone is going to be as easy as the other one that you've just done. It's all in the luck of the way that you do it. Alex, how are you doing over there?
Rubbish, and I nearly swore then, and I've got to watch
Did
myself.
you really?
Yeah.
No, you see, okay, well, you're not doing as rubbish as I am, because I've messed this up again.
This one's harder. This is definitely a harder format.
It is much harder. And people often ask me, a question they often ask me is every possible combination available on the dice? And the answer is no, because you never know whether they're all going to be possible. So you can't just make up coordinates. You have to go with, I've done this again. Look at, oh no, I haven't. I'm about to beat you, Alex. I've got it!
Fair enough.
It's one game all. Revenge is very sweet.
Yeah.
So now we are drawing. So remember, you're not getting this giant set. What you are getting is this set here, which is amazing and contains these beautiful shiny pieces and everything you need for two people to play. And you can buy multiple sets as well. And that's 62,208 different puzzles for the tiny, tiny price of
£16.99. How much has gone? 20% of the stock has gone. 549652 is your item number. This is really good fun, seriously.
By the way, can I tell you that in its first year, this got to the final in the Game of the Year Awards in the United States, and also the Good Toy Guide, who are the main people who award ratings to toys in the UK, gave this the second highest rating they've ever given to a game.
Wow.
So that tells you how good it is.
Did you invent this?
Well, let me tell you the story. It's a beautiful story. This was originally invented by an Algerian mathematician.
Right.
And he sent it to me. He actually sent it to most of the big toy companies across the world.
Yeah.
And they all rejected it.
I bet you're glad you didn't.
Absolutely. He went online and he looked for companies that might be interested, and he came and found us. And unfortunately, his idea didn't work. But instead of giving up on it, we decided to work with him, together with the Professor of Computer Science from Birkbeck College, and a number of other people as well, and we managed to get it to work just by changing a few things. And you know what? There was that moment when this thing arrived, when we finally got it to work, and you sort of think to yourself, have I actually got this here at the Happy Puzzle Company? Little us, is this supposed to really happen in real life? But now it's something that you need to own, because every family around the world needs to have this. You've all got Monopoly, you've all got Scrabble, you've all got Cluedo. Now you all need to have the Genius Square. If you haven't got it, today's your chance, because you've got a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to pick it up at $16.99.
$16.99. We're over 20% gone. 549652. Now I think we've got a little video of it. Video of it. Let's take a look. Next up, we have got the Chroma Cube. What is this?
Now, this is a brand new game, brand new puzzle. It's the first time it's been on television in the UK, and I believe anywhere across the world, but I can't confirm that because I don't watch every channel all the time. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to watch Hochanda, correct? Let's tell you about Chroma Cube. Now, this is a logical deduction puzzle, and actually, I really want to focus on the quality of this as well, because if you have a look here, this is absolutely stunning, and it's made entirely out of wood. And this will sit beautifully on anybody's coffee table. And what maybe you can see from there is that these triangles are built so that the wooden blocks can actually fit inside there like so. So what we have here is we have 12 of these colours, and the colours that we've got have got their true identities with them. So we've got, as you can probably see, black and white, but also emerald brown, magenta, teal, orange, mustard, coral, mint, purple, and my favourite, this colour here, cobalt.
Right.
Okay, now this is what we have to do. There are 25 different puzzles, and they get steadily harder and harder as you go through. So if I take puzzle number 1 here, just hold it up to the camera so that you can see this here. Now what we're going to get is we're going to get a few clues as to where the first of these coloured cubes need to go. So if we have a look over here, let's take this off straight away. And what we've got here is we know that white is going to go up there.
Yeah.
And the cobalt is going to go over here, and then the orange is going to go here, and the brown is going to go next to it here. The mustard will go next to that there. Then we've got the purple down here in the corner, and we've got the emerald over here. So this is giving us a nice start, because in this case we've only got 5 cubes left, and I'm going to give them now to Alex to do. Now what we've got here, and I don't know if the camera can just zoom in to see what's actually on here. If you look at the lower part of it, you can see, all my hands over it, there you are, there are some clues. And if we follow the clues, this is what's going to allow us to use logical deduction to work out where each and every other colour is supposed to go. So let's look at the clue. Now, the first clue you've got, Alex, there, is that coral and magenta are in the same column. So coral and magenta in the same column. Now, where have we got coral or magenta on here? Well, we could take the two puzzles. You've got them there. We don't know at the moment where they're going to go, but you can actually work it out.
Either
because
there or there.
Exactly. They're going to have to go in that column, because that's the only column that's actually got space for both of them to go in. But we don't know what order they're going to go in yet.
Oh, so columns that were, sorry.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct. So what we also know is that black is going to go next to magenta. So you're absolutely right, because there's only one other space there. So if we put that in there, then the black is obviously going to have to go next to it like that. Now we know that either teal or black will sit next to cobalt. So there's our cobalt there. So we know it's going to be one of these two. But the last clue tells us that coral sits next to white. Okay, coral sits next to white.
Yeah, which it already
which already does there. So now we just need to know which way round